Oh, I'm so excited to share what I'm about to share, which is about breaking the rules to visibility. Are you someone that has been blocked with your visibility because you feel like there's a right way to do it? When it comes to the online kind of messaging and marketing, we're fed so many rules. It's a constant feed of like, we must post at this time of day, and to create an email funnel, we must do this, and you must create a nurture sequence, and then we need to create a welcome page, and then in the welcome page we need a welcome pack, and then with the welcome pack we need to create these modules, and the modules need to be like this. And we get so caught up in feeling like there's a right way to do everything that, you know what, most often than not, we end up doing nothing. And I speak from my own personal experience. I've been in this coaching world for quite some time, and it took me quite a while to actually develop my leadership breakthrough visibility breakthrough program, which is an online training program in a group platform. And that took me a while to actually launch that, because I got so caught up in all the learning and the trainings and the online workshops that I did, and constant feedback of like, no, do it this way, and this way works better, and this way is great, and there's a 3-step system for this. And what it did is it actually stopped me from trusting myself. This is a huge one. I'm only going to keep this a short and sharp video today, but trusting myself was the thing that liberated me most when it comes to my visibility. Trusting yourself, it isn't going to happen overnight. It's something that it's going to be a daily practice. But I know for me, once I learned that the 3-step system and the rules for this and the time of day for that to post that, yeah, there might be something to it, right? But I'm not going to get visible. I'm not going to create. Definitely not going to create anything new if I'm constantly looking for answers from someone else. The moment I just learned to trust myself and dive in wholeheartedly, kind of realizing that imposter syndrome is normal, and actually going past some of the fears and working on my visibility, practicing it, the more I actually understood that trusting myself is actually the key to it all. And when you trust yourself, you liberate yourself in so many ways. Creating content becomes easy. Creating on the fly becomes easy. Things become quick because you don't have time to second guess and overthink. You have built in this trust muscle that allows you to share openly and freely and fast. And this is the key. So learning to trust yourself. Now, this is a practice. There's other training videos that I have here to help you with this as well. But I just want to highlight the real importance of allowing yourself to free yourself from all the rules, because you're always going to want to learn more. And there is definitely ways that have worked for someone that you can take some of their advice and you can feed that into the way you do things, for sure. But sometimes the way it worked for someone else isn't always going to be the way that it's going to work for you. And we need to remember that. Whoever that marketing god is out there that's telling you there's a 3-step system for something, it might be a system that's worked for them, but it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And it doesn't mean it's the only way. So I just want you to remember that. The moment I said to myself, I'm sick of following these rules, I'm sick of hearing about, there's a way that I should be creating content, and there's a tool that I should be using for this, and I need to correct captions this way, and I need to do this way. I just didn't do anything. But the moment I said to myself, right, I know enough, I'm going to learn as I go. It's not going to be perfect, but actually I'm okay with that. And actually imperfection is actually probably going to be a better way to connect with the people who I want to attract anyway. The moment I freed myself. And that was the moment I not only created the visibility breakthrough program and launched it and marketed and booked people in and then ran the program and then ran it again and again and again. It was also the time when I created a Facebook group that created a beautiful community of women inside that. I created a Pro Photographers Connect group inside Facebook. I did so many creating. I created and I created. It just freed me up the moment I let go of the so-called rules, the so-called ways of doing things in the online space and all the shoulds. When I let go of that and just allowed myself to really own my space, own who I am, trust that I know enough and share it, the doors opened up, the world opened up, the sky, everything opened up for me. And I want that to be for you too. So just as a really quick exercise, I want you to write down on a piece of paper, just freely write down all the rules that you've been led to believe are the things that you must do or must master in order to be visible. What are some of those rules? Like, I must have my tech set up like this. I must have my lights like this. I must look like this. I must write down every point that I want to say before I say it online. Like, what are all the rules that you've been taught or led to believe or have maybe read somewhere? Or what are all those rules? And then I want you to write them all down. And then I want you to, on that piece of paper, so get actually a piece of paper, not type it up, piece of paper, write it all down. And then I want you just to tear it. I want you to tear that piece of paper into tiny little bite-sized tears and throw it like confetti. And I want you to feel how liberated that feels. I want you to learn how to trust yourself and know that you know enough, because you do. And the only way you're going to grow and master anything new is by doing it. So you have to start, you have to press go, you have to press play, you have to book yourself in, make yourself accountable, set yourself a time, a day that you're going to put that post up online, or you're going to write that comment to someone, or you're going to connect with someone, or you're going to share a video online. You have to create a date, put it in your calendar, make yourself accountable, and remove any rules, any of those shoulds and coulds out of your head, and just trust that you do know enough and that you are enough.